There was a big rally at the State House in Trenton on Monday as supporters of the Second Amendment and legal firearms ownership took to the streets to voice their objection to Governor Murphy considering a whole host of new laws that will further restrict gun ownership in New Jersey. Now, most of these same bills came up and passed the legislature while Governor Christie was in office, but he vetoed all of them. Tom DiDonato has the full story from Trenton. Tom, what do you got?
The ANJRPC held a pro-gun rally here this morning in Trenton.
Our nation began life as the freest nation on earth, and that despite all attempts to alter that, we remain the freest nation on earth.
Hundreds came out to support Second Amendment rights.
This is what I say to the State House hypocrites. Get your hands off my body. It is my choice to defend myself in the manner I choose.
What I don't understand quite is the concentration on the tools. Saw a kid went in with a knife and slashed 22 of his classmates. Therein lies the problem. Why would people, why do a certain number of our children wish to kill their classmates? We should be addressing what's causing that, not the knife or the gun.
Later this afternoon, the Assembly voted unanimously to pass 6 gun bills.
Anything that we can do to help combat gun violence, I'm all for it. I am all for it. So I voted yesterday, and I'm just so happy. And just to note, New Jersey has the strictest gun laws, so we are making them even stronger.
Those bills will be voted by the Senate later this week, and if that passes, the governor will have the ability to sign those bills. From Trenton, this is Tom DiDonato with Chasing News.
Thank you, Tom. All right, let's bring in the 8+ panel for tonight. We're joined by former prosecutor and now defense attorney Bob Bianchi. Good to see you, Bob. Welcome back. Afia Yunus, immigration attorney, back with us. Always good to see you, Afia. And Peter Brown, council member in Linden, New Jersey. Peter, good to see you. Bob, I'm going to start with you as prosecutor. Is this typical political window dressing? We're talking about, 5 bullets in a magazine, 15 versus 10. You're talking about mental health issues. There are already a ton of laws on the books about mental health and background checks. Is this just the governor politically posturing for 2020?
No, but I don't necessarily think that with either of these governors, you can separate politics from good policy. And the thing that Governor Murphy is doing is he has both good policy and it is politically viable for him. We in the law enforcement community, police officers cannot combat with high-capacity magazines, these weapons of mass destruction that are out there. There needs to be sensible gun legislation, not only to protect our police officers, but our citizens. And it's been a long time in coming that it happened.
Afia, there was a study done in Texas and Florida by a research institute that showed that concealed carry permit holders had a lower percentage of gun crime convictions than cops in those 2 states. So is it only the cops that should be armed?
No, I mean, I think nobody's saying that to take away or infringe upon the Second Amendment and the right for people to protect themselves against criminals. I think here it's a common sense regulations. I don't think it's infringing on the right of your citizens to defend themselves against criminals. Nobody's saying that someone who's a law-abiding citizen, who has a permit, who has no mental health issues, is not able to carry. We're saying the individuals who do have those issues.
Peter, from a government standpoint, you're talking about the capacity of a magazine. And I had tweeted this out last year when this bill came up, that Senator Sweeney saying, what about the first 10 kids? Meaning, you haven't solved the problem if you're talking about 15 versus 10. All the other problems still exist as far as soft targets being vulnerable.
You're absolutely right. And I think that's the problem we have in the country right now, especially in New Jersey. This has become such a polarized issue that we need to come back to the table and address a lot of these issues. You can address the magazine issue, but then you have other issues such as your setting bill about soft targets. I think we're reacting rather than sitting down and being proactive and addressing this stuff.
Plenty of mass murderers have used 10-round magazines as well. It's not about the gun or the magazine. It's about the person. I'll leave it there.